Well, here's AutoGraph open, and we're going to make a scatter graph. Notice that this is a 2D page. I selected this by choosing New Page on the 2D icon. It already opens with a 2D page, so that's fine to start. We need to paste our data in. We collect our data from the database. We open Excel. Here's the data. I'm going to go along and find some numerical data, some quantitative data. Here we are, height and weight, and those are the two columns of data I'm going to take. First of all, I want to delete the top row so that my top row are the labels height and weight. Select two columns, right click copy, and that puts the whole data, including the height and weight labels, into the spreadsheet. Clipboard. Now back to AutoGraph. Here's AutoGraph. I need to go to data, enter XY dataset, and all I need to do is click paste. The data goes in, and notice how the height and the weight also go up as headers on the data. I can also use these headers on my labeling of the graph as well. I'm going to give this a name and call this Mayfield data, so that I know what it is. Before I just press OK, it might be a good idea just to check there's no outliers, obvious outliers in the data. So I'm going to sort the X's and see what that tells me. That's sorted this column by heights. 1.03 for height doesn't seem too bad. Let's go down to the bottom. Now some of these look a little bit extreme. While we may have some 2 meter tall students, I think 4.65 is a little bizarre, so we'll delete that guy there and the corresponding weight for that student. Right, those are the heights. Let's also sort the Y's. 93 kilos, that seems fine. Now these ones at the top, they don't seem quite so likely, so we'll remove those two as obvious outliers just by pressing delete on the keyboard, and there you go. Well, we've got our data, and we're going to click OK, and it says invalid cells. That's fair enough. It's just pointing to these. Ignore and carry on. When there's our data, we're ready to go. Well, obviously the scale's a little bit bizarre, so we can change the scale. Double click on the axes, and we can go from 0 to 2, 0 to 2, like this. And the Y doesn't need to be anything more than, let's say, 0 to 100. That will do. Let's see what that looks like. Well, that's looking a bit better, and perhaps we can take out this one as well and go from 1 meter to 2 meters. Right, we've got the data spread out. I need a line of best fit on here, so if I click anywhere amongst the points, they all get selected. Right click here, and first of all I'm going to put my centroid on. That's the mean point. There it is. That's the average of the x's, average of the y's. And now if I click again, if you've got the standard mode for AutoGraph, that will say line of best fit. In advanced mode, which is showing here, we need the y on x regression line. Click that. There's the line of best fit, and that completes the scatter graph. We can put a title on it by putting a little text box in. Here we go. Mayfield heights and weights. OK that, and put that on the graph. The job's done.